And welcome everybody. It is the 15th of December, Wednesday, and well, let's look at the market real quick. I want to show this to you guys. Yesterday I was very busy. I wasn't here, and I go around and do things, and then at some point I was checking on my little app here the price of Cardano, and I don't know if you can see this, but Cardano was beautiful $2.7 million. It just went up 2.22 million% in 1 hour. That was ridiculous. And the funny thing is I had it on my app, but I also had it on CoinMarketCap. So I think there was a glitch in the universe, and for a moment I was in the year 2037 or something, and enjoyed those all-time highs, that's for sure. But anyways, we are in going sideways, a little bit up. Certain coins are up. I've heard that Doge is really rocking. Did a nice jump, and we see here Avalanche is almost back at 100, up 24% in a day. Solana up 13% in a day. So decent moves. Polygon up 13% in a day. That's pretty sweet. And Axie Infinity, whatever. Elrond up 15%, almost back at $300. So you see in general there's a few coins that made a big jump. Bitcoin itself did a 3.6 in the last 24 hours, so it's going sideways and still below the $50,000 mark. But we are still in a weird market, but I would say it's still a bull market, because so you have to think there's not more Bitcoin on the exchanges, meaning not a lot of people are selling their Bitcoin, even though the price dropped. There's about 2 million Bitcoin on exchanges, and that's what's there, right? If that one is bought up, who knows where the price will go. So all these how do I put this? The real value is to hold it. Yeah, the US dollar value is one thing, but that's mainly you don't really know what that price is. It's highly manipulated. Who knows how many physical real Bitcoin the exchanges really have, and how much they let you trade, right? So let's say we reached a point where the physical Bitcoin leaves the exchanges and there's no Bitcoin left on the exchanges. What will that do to the price, right? The more people that take off the Bitcoin and put them in cold wallets, the less there will be on the exchanges. And what if we reach, like Mt. Gox in 2014, what if we reach the point where there's no Bitcoin left in these exchanges that they can hand out? What will that do? What will that do to the markets? So I wouldn't worry too much about those prices, and just see if you can hodl onto whatever you have, and really actually have the assets physically in a wallet that you own the private keys to. I think that's the most important thing you really have to think about here. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I don't know if you've seen that talk in the US. So they're talking about stable coins and the possible threat to the US dollar. And I find it interesting that they say, well, the problem is, like, are they really stable because they really hold the value of a US dollar? What happens if a lot of people redeem them for US dollars? Do they actually get one-to-one stable coin for a US dollar, or a US dollar for one stable coin? And maybe not. Tether, for example, say they have 10% backed of what they actually claim to have in physical US dollar on a bank account, for example. And nobody really disclosed that. Nobody knows if that's true. So they just stated that. And even if it's true, there's still 90% of Tether that's not really there. So it's kind of like official that 90% of it doesn't really exist in a way. Right, so if obviously everybody would redeem their Tether for a real US dollar, it wouldn't be too good. But my thinking is like, well, what does a stable coin really mean? I mean, it's a fundamental question, because the US dollar per se lost a lot of value. I saw a thing somewhere where in the 60s, if you bought if you buy oil or gas for $1 today, back then you would have gotten the same amount of oil or gas for I think like 2 or 3 cents. So that's how much the US dollar decreased in value. So the US dollar by itself is not really stable per se. That's the whole point I want to kind of bring over. Which brings us to the fundamental question, what is value? And I think it's something that gains value over time, is something we should invest in, and which might not be the US dollar because it didn't really gain value over time. So anyways, that's just 2 thoughts for a beautiful Wednesday. Third thing I want to talk about, or second thing, I don't know, is where is it? This beautiful news. Nike is creating a metaverse. So while this debate is going on about stablecoins and the patent with Veritasium, which if you haven't seen that, check it out here. Very, very important to know, I think, if you are in this space. But Nike is creating a metaverse. All right. And it is selling shoes there as NFTs. Now, that's not really surprising considering the hype around metaverses. If it will be big, who knows? But basically what it is Nike is creating a metaverse. In October, the supporting goods giant filed trademark with the US Patent Office to sell branded sneakers in a virtual world. Last month, the company launched an online game zone called on Roblox called Nikeland, where fans can create an avatar of themselves and play sports in a virtual space, which is pretty cool. In its latest foray, Nike said Monday it has acquired digital collectibles company RTFKT Studios, which will allow the retailer to sell virtual sneakers that people can use to outfit their online avatars. So you can now go to this game zone on Roblox, get an avatar, put some virtual NFT sneakers from Nike on his feet and have him play with it. Or I haven't tried it, but that's the whole thing. So the metaverse, basically it's a digital world, not physical but digital world, and you can buy or create an avatar, I don't know, and put sneakers on that are actually officially from Nike or Nike, or however you say. I never know if you say Nike or Nike. And the avatar now has official Nike shoes. It's called Nikeland. Beautiful. So they bought this RTFK2 Studios, and they make these NFTs. So NFTs, these unique tokens that represent sneakers in that digital world. And I think it's very fun to see that you can do this, right? That we are at a point where technology allows us to do something so crazy like this. And I'm sure some people will buy probably NFTs for horrendous prices. It'd be interesting to go and look what the highest bids are on those shoes if they're out already. But is this really something we need, right? Is my question. I really enjoy the hype around this. Really find it funny and cool. But the problem is, so Nike will probably make a lot of money, because it is a big name, by having people kind of like, not forcing them, but if you want to play in that game, you probably need to buy those shoes. I don't know, could be an option, right? To have those shoes, or they could charge whatever. And the problem is it's real world shoes, real assets. You can at least wear them. With this you can't really do anything, and you could create a fake scarcity and make horrendous crazy prices, and then people because they like collecting things and hyping into things. I kind of have a bit of a question mark, like, do I really like where this is going? Yeah, I don't know if I can express really well what I'm thinking here, but I like what Edward Snowden was saying in a video. He was kind of criticizing this. You create fake scarcity in a digital world for digital items that don't really have any value in a way, because the thing is, they could make an insane amount of Nike NFTs, but they can make a very scarce amount, and then people hype in, and they can make a lot of money. And so you have people pay for shoes in a digital world where you could just give it for free if you feel like it, because the avatar, you just put them on, you can just code it in, and and the thing, the avatar would have shoes. Anyways, I don't know. I would love to, I don't know, maybe debate about it. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I don't know. I think it's fun, but I don't know where it goes with this, right? I mean, it's an example, and probably a lot of other companies do it too. And I can just see it go to a place where more and more companies do it and create fake scarcity to make more revenue and to take more money off people for things that wouldn't have to be so expensive in a way. I also think it's not really the most beneficial use case for NFTs, maybe. But who am I to say, right? Anyways, I thought I'll share this news and maybe bringing a little bit of ideas for a debate. And well, I guess this was it for today. I wish you a wonderful day. See you soon. Cheers.